If you're like me, I find that there's two energies that most of us want in our life. And that is that of excitement and creation and doing new things and connecting with new people and expansion. And breathing out of relaxing and chilling and being more meandering and the things that nourish us. And the question is, how do we balance these and where do you balance it? So for many people, it's a matter of you work super hard for months and then you have a short holiday of a week or two and you go somewhere like where I'm in Bali now that might be warm, tropical, it might be mountains, it might be whatever it is. It's usually a slower pace and it may be more rural or more green, but it's somewhere that makes you feel nourished. And then you have a few weeks and it takes like at least a week to just even unwind. And then you have to go back and it's months of intensity again. So if you're doing this, is it actually working for you? I live a different sort of lifestyle and I've been playing with this for a long time. So I just wanted to share a few things that I've found, which is, so my work is on the road. I'm semi-seasonally nomadic, as I call myself. And so I work online and I work with clients and I move between different countries that I love. Bali is one of them. So I hadn't been back since before COVID and I'm back here for a month, or at least just over a month. And I'm working on the back end of my business. So what I've done is I've brought my work to a place I love. I do the same in Provence, where I spend my late spring and summer. And I do it in other countries. And what I try to do is bring these things together. And even if I'm working in London in a clinic, I try and bring them together in a micro way. So working them together, here, what I'll be doing is a tip. I'm going to ask you a question later on that can give you the tip for the key for you working this out for you. That as I work out a rhythm. And then I'm combining enjoying this with the intense work that I want to do. And this works really, really well for me. And it gives me that slow, nourishing energy on a regular basis, on a daily basis, versus intensely for a few weeks. And then really not having much for months and then trying to, drink from the well again and nourish yourself. So the keys that I find is, one, just look at your business and look at your work and look at whether you're working for someone else or you're working for yourself, or you're living at home and taking some time off work. Maybe you're retired. But is what you're doing really nourishing you? And would you like to add in more places, more ways of being that can nourish you more? And then if travel and this version of nourishment is not available for you, that's okay. Because when I'm in London, I do it in a micro version. So this is my tip. One, look for the timing of the day that's your highest energy. Okay? I'm a morning person. For me, it's like I wake up at 5 or 6. Sometimes in summer, I'll be waking up at 4. I'll meditate, and then I will do my most creative work first thing in the day. So for me, that totally works. Whenever is your highest energy time, you want to do your most creative work. So I start my day then with that, because then it's like, for one, that's when I'm at my best. But also it's like, oh, hey, cool. I've actually done the most important things that if I had nothing else all day, I feel great. So you do that burst whenever is the right time for you. And when it is a time that your energy is low, your mindset is low, it's like, not mindset, but just you haven't got that zest, the zap, the creative juices are not flowing easily. That's great. Then at that point in time, give yourself some mini nourishing time. Maybe it's an hour because you work for someone else and that's all you get for your lunch break. And if you're not using your whole hour, take it. Maybe it's a few hours you can luckily get. And think of what would it be, even if you're in the middle of a big city or somewhere that is not, the weather's not great to go outside, but think of what could nourish you. For me, it's like things like reading a book, connecting with other people. It's relaxing. Having a massage here, that's fabulous in Bali and very easy to get. But you can even get massages and foot massage in the city, or give yourself one. Or just do something, listen to music. Don't try not to spend a high time lost on your mobile phone, and just do it so that you feel like you've had this little mini holiday. So I do this in the afternoon, and I go and have a massage, and I will connect with people, and I'll just go wandering and chat with people in fields and in warongs and like the little stalls where they sell food, and just connect, explore, go to new places. And then at the end of the day, because here I'm on the opposite time zone, I do an intense 3, maybe 4 hours and not very late. I finish the latest by 6 or 7, and that's sometimes 8 in Australia. But in that time, I'll do my virtual sessions, because these are taking off, because lots more people are traveling like me, and they still want to be able to connect and get my support on the road, or wherever they are in the world. And so I'll do my meetings, and will support my memberships, and basically I'll do all that stuff in the evening, and then I pause at a reasonable time before I'm tired, and then have a relaxing evening. So my invitation and my question for you is, if you're not feeling totally nourished by the balance of your life at the moment, what could you do to balance it better, even if it's bringing in just a tiny amount of something, some time that allows you to slow and chill and relax during the day. And if you feel like being a digital nomad, being a seasonal nomad maybe, like I am, really calls to you, then explore what could be possible for you. Where could you take some weeks, months, and go somewhere else? Could you spend your whole life on the road? Can you take your business on the road? Or can you just take longer breaks from it, or work it in a different way, so that you can do the things that are deeply calling you and nourishing you? Okay, that's just it for today from Bali, and have a wonderful week. I'd love to hear if this inspires you, and if so, what you're thinking. Share it below, or in social media, wherever, or message me. Ciao from Bali.